I'm so excited for you to see this exclusive first look of my new show, Just Jen. Want more episodes? I know you do. So join me by clicking the link in the description to start your free trial of YouTube TV, and you can watch me on Tastemade TV anytime. Sometimes we feel stuck, physically, emotionally, creatively. So to break free, we need to change things up. So today we're gonna make things to mix up your routine, add spice to your life, and get things moving in more ways than one. Hi, I'm Jen. I love having fun in the kitchen, being creative, crafty, wow, and expressing my feelings through cooking. Food plays a big role in helping us feel better and elevating our moods. Whether you're feeling artsy or anxious, snuggly or stuck, together we will taste our way through recipes that are good for all the feels. No one wants to start their day like they're stuck between a rock and a hard, piece of toast. So a change in flavor might help yank you out so you can enjoy the most important meal of the day and get going. In more ways than one. Starting your day with foods rich in fiber helps with digestion, right? It keeps things moving. An awesome ingredient in regulating your poops? Oats. Now, oatmeal is usually associated with sweet flavorings, but I like to change things up a bit and make it savory. Instead of fruits, use this opportunity to get your greens in the morning. So I'm starting off with some kale, and you just want to make sure to remove this thickness right here. This is the rib. Just pull it out. And that's it. You're ready to go. I like my kale super garlicky. You just want to smash it up and mince it into a paste. There's nothing like having garlic first thing in the morning, let me tell you. Just use your knife to smash it, smear it against the board. Goes into a bowl, along with some olive oil, a little bit of salt, and just pop the kale in. Massage it up just like you would your loved one. It gets it nice and loosened up, you know? I've got a sheet pan here. All you have to do is lay them out in a nice single layer so that when it goes into the oven, it's gonna get crunchy little bits on the edges, really amplifies the flavor and texture of these guys. In the oven it goes until it gets nice and crispy. I've got a pot here. To that, I'm gonna add water and the oats. I've got some quick cooking steel cut oats. It has a little bit of texture, but it cooks really quickly. Stir it up, let this come to a boil, and then turn it down to a simmer. And meanwhile, I'm gonna fry up a perfectly crispy egg. And the key to a crispy egg is a hot pan. Get it nice and hot. Add a little bit of olive oil. If you add this too early, it'll be too smoky, so just wait till the pan is super hot, zhuzh it around, and get cracking. I want it to get super crispy, so do not touch it, okay? Just say sweet nothings to it. Hey girl, you looking good. I'm proud of you. When you see that brown edge there, you can start lifting it up a bit. Oh yeah, that's looking good. I'm gonna turn it off. Let it sit there. Meanwhile, I'm gonna chop up some scallions. Play up with whatever flavors you like. You could add some chili flakes. Just toss in the scallions. Look at that. I love bubbling oatmeal. You see that it's thickened up. It's soaked up all that water. Along with the scallions, I think we need some cheese, okay? If I could find a way to add cheese in something, I'm gonna do it. Okay, and a little bit salt and pepper. Look at that. Nice and creamy. If this is your first time making savory oats, your mind might be like, whoa, where's the cinnamon? It's okay. Just ease it in a bit with some cheese. And then top it off with that egg and the kale. Oh yeah, look how crispy. Listen to this. Oh yeah. Just go in and break it up. Like little chips. Oh yeah, that's ASMR. You know what that stands for? It's okay, I don't either. Now to excite your taste buds even more, by adding some kimchi. Eating fermented foods like this is really great for your overall gut health, cleans out your pipes. Now I'm no plumber, but I do know that clogged pipes is a pain in the ass. I can't wait to taste this. Get a little bit of crunchies on there. Oh yeah. I'm already super excited. That's why it's so much fun to mix it up in the morning, change up your routine, and try recipes like this. There are two types of fiber, soluble fiber and insoluble fiber. Take the chia seed, for example. The seed itself is insoluble fiber. This is the roughage that sweeps up your intestinal tract. The gel that forms around the seed is the soluble fiber. This gooey stuff slows down digestion so you can have a chance to absorb the nutrients. Now, chia is great for breakfast, and when paired up with matcha, they create this beautiful, luxuriously creamy pudding. So it's basically a matcha made in heaven. The method is super simple. So I've got a jar here, and all you have to do is get some milk. I like cashew milk, but use any other one you'd like. Then the matcha, look at that color. And for a little bit of sweetness, some maple syrup. Give it a good whisk. Oh yeah, look at that green hue. It's like money. Unlike green tea leaves, which are brewed and then removed, matcha is made from whole green tea leaves, which are ground into a fine powder, which becomes really buttery and creamy in flavor and texture. Since it's made from the whole green tea leaf, it's got more caffeine than a cup of steeped tea or a cup of brewed coffee, but don't let that worry you. The caffeine is gradually released in your body throughout the day, so you're not gonna be all jittery or have your energy levels spike up throughout the day. In other words, matcha helps you stay woke. You can use white or black chia seeds, it's up to you. They're so little. They like to bounce around. After eating this, you're gonna bounce around. Next, just cover it up. Give it a shake. As my money shake. Just put this in the fridge for a couple hours until it gets nice and creamy. And this is what it looks like when it's been sitting overnight. The gel has formed, it's nice and thick. This not only makes a great breakfast, but you could dress it up for dessert, so you can add some coconut whipped cream on top. But since I'm making this for breakfast, I've got a few options here. So I've got these beautiful raspberries, and check these out. This is a fresh goji berry. It looks like a chili though. Let me test it out. No, we're good. Goji berry. Okay, got a few of those. And then a coconut. And then I like a little bit of chocolate in the form of cacao nibs. This is the perfect breakfast. You've got your matcha, your chia, and you could use any other fruits you'd like. It's super versatile and delicious. Whenever I'm feeling any type of creative block in my life, I like to spice things up, literally, with spices. It's like inspiration for my mind and my mouth. So we're gonna make a Vietnamese-inspired sandwich here, but with a dipping sauce or au jus, and it's got lots of spices, lots of good things going on. Just gonna heat up this saucepan over here, add some veggie broth, a little saltiness, tamari, a lot of garlic. You just need to smash it up a little bit of ginger too. No need to peel this. Also, give it a crush, okay? It just releases everything. You can hack it with the back of your knife. That's good. And for the star of the show, 5 spice. Why is it called 5 spice? Well, it's got 5 spices in it. It's got cinnamon, anise, fennel, cloves, and pepper, and it gives dishes a great balanced flavor. So you've got the sweet, savory, bitter, and sour. And these warming spices are great for digestion, and they add a gentle heat to your life. And they're also great for rubbing on your meat. A little bit of heat with pepper flakes. It's already smelling good. I'm gonna let that simmer. Meanwhile, I'm gonna work on a quick pickle. There's nothing more that I love in life than a quickie, right? You feel me. So I've got some daikon here. Provides lots of crunchiness. It's also super detoxifying. Lots of fiber too. If you've never had daikon before, it's a radish. Super crispy, flavorful. You can use different types of vegetables. The point here is that we want that crunch. Along with the daikon, I love carrots. Not only are they crunchy, but they're colorful. Pickle time. Super simple. Get some white vinegar, sugar, and to balance that out, some salt. Give it a stir, just get everything dissolved. Drop these babies in, and then toss that salad. It's gonna make these vegetables even crunchier, trust me. Super refreshing. Set the pickles aside. They're gonna do their pickling thing. Now, gonna have some fun with eggplants. I like these smaller eggplants. They're really easy to cook, fits nicely in the sandwich. But hey, if you want those big, girthier guys, go ahead, knock yourself out. This is great because it's gonna soak up all that liquid from the broth. It's gonna be delicious. Got a grill pan here, nice and hot. Oil it up real quick, lay them on. Don't touch it, let it do its thing. Make those nice grill marks. Just gonna drizzle a little bit. Hit it with a little salt and pepper. And I like grilling them because it adds that nice charred flavor. You could do it in a pan, but we like our eggplants a little extra. When they are easy to release, that's when you know it's time to flip. And check this out. Oh yeah, that's the mark. Just let that go for a couple more minutes. Turning off the heat from the au jus smells amazing, but now a little bit of lime just to brighten everything up. You know, this is really warm, but when you add the lime, it's like in your mouth. And then a little bit of sweetness with some sugar just to round everything out. It's a nice balance of flavor. This au jus is not your regular dipping sauce. This is what's gonna bring it up a level, make you really excited about having a sandwich. This looks good. Get a nice long baguette. Slice it up, get it nice and crunchy. Let's see how these eggplants are doing. Yeah. First up, spread some mayo on the bread. Lay on the eggplant, then those crunchy, quick pickled veggies. Even though it's a sandwich, it's still pretty healthy. You got the veggies, you got the eggplant. It's all about fiber, okay? Veggies equal fiber. It's good stuff. Cucumber, extra crunch, beautiful color, and a little bit of cilantro. Why not? Just tear it up. No need to chop it. Boom. Gonna add that jus. Don't forget about that jus. It smells so good. Close it up. Oh, yeah. This is it. This is the sandwich that you should have when you want to get inspired, get moving, get grooving. That'll wake you up for sure. Oh, yeah. Soak it up. Get that eggplant wet. Mmm. Instantly, that 5 spice just coats your mouth, gets it all tingly, excited. Good things happen right here. A great way to get unstuck is to get your ideas and stick them onto a board. So I'm gonna show you how to make an inspiration board. I found this really great cork board frame situation here. Now I wanna do a color block thing here. So to do that, I've got some painter's tape. To protect the border here, just go right up to the edge. And I think I'm gonna do a little triangle shape. Really press it so that the paint doesn't bleed underneath the tape. You don't have to do this shape. You could do whatever you want to do. It's your idea. Get it out of your brain and onto this board. I'm liking this. That looks good to me. So I'm going to go ahead and start with 2 colors and then let that dry and then maybe rearrange the tape. This is acrylic paint, which means it'll dry pretty quickly. Just holding a little paintbrush instantly makes me feel a lot more creative than I am every other day. I'm like Jen Casso. Now for the next color, I'm thinking this dark green in that corner. Go ahead and choose any color palette you'd like, whatever gets your mind going, gets you excited, most importantly, about doing this. Okay, that looks good. So I'm gonna let this dry, and then maybe I'll lift off the tape, rearrange it, and then do a third color. While that dries, I'm gonna work on some custom push pins that'll help unravel inspiration from the brain and help get our creativity flowing. Get yourself a bunch of pins with a nice flat head so that you could stick on little pieces like amethyst. Maybe you want to add some flowers or little clay models, whatever gives that personal touch. So all you're going to do is grab a hot glue gun and then right away press on your piece, hold it there for a minute, and that's it. You could mix it up, do a variety of different objects, whatever makes you feel like an artiste. All right, I've got my pins. My board is looking awesome, and I'm ready to get the inspiration going. I've got my inspirational pieces here, some ribbon, some food photography quotes. All right, I'm gonna have fun pinning these up. This was a lot of fun to put together. I let the colors guide my inspiration. Got some pinks, the greens, really things that inspire me. My dog, because he gives lots of love. Traveling, these gemstones, they just kind of sparkle and go, hey, look at me. And this says, live your best life. I think I will. Thai ginger chicken, aka gai pad king, is such a warming dish with spicy flavor and a whole lot of ginger. I got this big bad boy here. What I like to do is break off the nubbins. The easiest way to peel them is to use a spoon. You just go ahead and shave it off. Instantly, boldness right there. I like to cut ginger into little matchsticks, so to do that, just cut big chunks like this. Don't worry if there's a little peel on there, it's all good. Extra fiber. Usually I'm not a fan of eating big chunks of ginger, but for some reason in this dish, it just tastes so good. You put it in actually towards the end, and it's just like, whew, nice texture, nice spiciness. Ginger is used in many parts of the world, and for good reason. It's been known to alleviate stomach pains, relaxes our intestines, and gets rid of excessive gas. So if you or someone you know is a victim of the deadly farts, it's time to ginger up. Next thing I'm gonna do is the sauce. So I like to prepare that all at once. That way I'm not just going boom, 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 forgetting ingredients. It's gonna be all ready to go. In this bowl here, I'm gonna add a bunch of good salty goodness. So I have some oyster sauce. It's gonna help make the sauce a little bit thick. Some fish sauce. Adds a nice bit of saltiness, depth of flavor. And this, one of my favorite ingredients ever. This is a fermented Thai soybean paste. You could get this at a Thai grocery or Asian market. And it just adds that deep, deep umami flavor. And I love it. Now, if you notice, everything's super salty in here. So, like any good Thai person would do, a little bit of sugar. Mixing the sauce like this makes it super easy to cook. You don't have to worry about getting this spot on the, and then you're not gonna wanna cook it. So just do it all in a bowl. I'm gonna heat up my wok over here. You want it pretty high. That way everything cooks at a nice speed. Heat up a little oil. And then in there, some garlic. You just wanna get it a little toasted. You don't want it to be burnt to a crisp. Instantly you get that garlic waft. They should bottle this up and sell it as cologne. So just when you see that little golden goodness, that's the time to add the chicken. So I have some boneless, skinless chicken thighs here cut up into strips. Doing this over the wok, squinting my eyes makes me feel like my grandma. Just be like this. While the chicken's cooking up, let's work on some mushrooms. I've got some wood ear mushrooms here. Now they're also called jelly mushrooms because look at them. They're nice and jelly transparent like, and they look like ears. So that's why they're called ear mushrooms. You know that saying, if a tree falls in the forest and no one's around to hear it, does it make a sound? These guys know. Now you get them dried at the store, and all you have to do is soak them in some water, and then they plump up and get nice and big like this. Just drain them off. Do them like you do some herbs. Roll them up, and then slice them into strips. Now these can be a little bit bland, blander than most mushrooms you might have tried, but the texture is insane. Gives the nice pushback on the tongue. We all love that. In goes the mushrooms, followed by some onions. Let the onions soften a little bit. And at this point, we add the sauce. And now for some spice. I've got some bird's eye chili here. These are quite spicy. Usually my friends can only handle one of these, but I like 4 of these. If you can't find these in the market or you don't like it that hot, you could use jalapenos, serranos. Just keep it hot. And now for the ginger. You just want to cook it until it gets a little limp. Add in a little black pepper here. Just before serving, grab a little brightness with some chopped scallions and then plate it up. I love this just over a bowl of white rice. And then serve this right on top. A little bit of everything. Beautiful. One more little chili. One more scallions. There you have it. Kai Pod King. Let's give this a little taste. Okay. Nice balance of salty, a little bit sweet, tons of bright ginger flavor. I'm telling you, it's gonna inspire so many parts of you, your taste buds, your tummy. It's gonna feel invigorating in every sense. So you've gotta give this a try. We were stuck, and now we're unstuck. We allowed ourselves to loosen up in the kitchen, play around with different flavor combinations. I'm feeling free. I hope you're feeling unstuck.